Good day and welcome. You're watching Sint Maarten NEWSDESK, where we bring you the latest and most important stories around the island and beyond. With your anchor crew, Alston Lawrence, Glenda York, Tiziana Hart, and Mizzy with the Sunshine Report. This broadcast is brought to you by TV15 and proudly produced by Great Bay Media Studios in Philipsburg, Sint Maarten. And now, let's jump straight into today's top headlines.
Riyadh seeks crime security meeting. Tourism Minister the Honorable Grisha Martin has requested an urgent meeting with the Minister of Justice, Police, and the Prosecutor's Office following a series of recent robberies and public order incidents in key tourism and commercial districts. The proposed meeting comes after the armed robbery of a Front Street jewelry store, robberies of supermarkets and bars, and reports of fights and firearm-related incidents in the Simpson Bay and Kimsha areas. Martin praised KPSM for its recent enforcement operations, but said the highly publicized incidents have raised concerns among residents, businesses, and visitors. She stressed that the request should not be interpreted as evidence that crime has increased overall, but said that the issues require a coordinated response based on verified information. The meeting will focus on police visibility, hotspot enforcement, detention capacity, youth crime prevention, and closer cooperation between government, law enforcement, businesses, and the tourism sector to help protect public safety and visitor confidence. Princess Juliana International Airport Open Day draws big crowd. Princess Juliana International Airport welcomed nearly 600 visitors to its Airport Firefighters Open Day, doubling the unexpected turnout during Firefighters Week. The event gave residents a behind-the-scenes look at the airport's aircraft rescue and firefighting team through live emergency response demonstrations, equipment displays, and interactive activities for families. Government firefighters, the ambulance service, Grand Cars Airport, and the Royal Dutch Marines also participated, showcasing their coordinated emergency response capabilities. Princess Juliana Airport officials said the overwhelming response highlighted strong community interest in the work of airport emergency personnel. Airport Fire Chief Pauletta Silviano said the event was an opportunity to recognize the firefighters who work behind the scenes to protect lives in airport operations every day. Following the event's success, Princess Juliana announced the Open Day will become an annual tradition, with next year's celebration marking the 30th anniversary of the airport's fire and rescue department. Sports Federation heads to Regional Assembly ahead of the CAC Games. The Sint Maarten Sports Federation is preparing for the 2026 Centro Caribe Sports General Assembly in Santo Domingo, just days before the opening of the Central American and Caribbean Games. Representing the Federation will be President Naomi Constantia and Secretary General Maria Colazos Carton, as St. Maarten continues to strengthen its presence within the regional sports organization, which includes more than 35 countries and territories. The General Assembly provides an opportunity to meet with national Olympic committees and sports leaders from across the Caribbean and Central America to build partnerships, expand athlete development, and create new opportunities for local federations. The delegation will also complete final preparations for Team St. Maarten's return to the CAC Games, with officials saying the experience will help strengthen the country's sports programs and pave the way for even greater participation at the 2030 CAC Games. Anyway, here's a quick fact. The Central American and Caribbean Games are the oldest continuing regional multi-sport event in the world, first held in 1926, bringing together athletes from across the Caribbean and Central America.
Hello, my people. My name is Glenda York of Sit, Sip and Chat and Moms in Paradise podcast. You can find us on TV15 St. Maarten, TVC St. Kitts, and on YouTube. Reporting from Great Bay Media Studios in St. Maarten, your NEWSDESK feature story is coming up. But first, here is Mizzy with the Sunshine Report.
Hey there, it's Mizzy with the Sunshine Report, straight out of Sunshine City, St. Maarten, bringing you all the warmth and the sunshine you need to kickstart your day. So let's dive into today's forecast and see how the skies are treating us.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. Number one provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to roll. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them is there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Sint Maarten Medical Center launches new website ahead of hospital transition. As preparations continue for the opening of the Sint Maarten General Hospital, the Sint Maarten Medical Center has launched a new website as smgh.sx. Designed with patients and visitors in mind, the new platform provides easy access to hospital news, job vacancies, frequently asked questions, patient information brochures, and online forms for compliments, complaints, and job applications. The website also includes several accessibility features offering Dutch, French, and Spanish translations, adjustable text size and contrast, a read aloud function for visually impaired users, and an integrated chat feature to help visitors quickly find information. According to Senior Communications Officer Shari de Riggs, the goal was to create an online experience that reflects the welcoming and accessible environment patients can expect at the new hospital. The website will continue to serve as the hospital's official source for updates on the Sint Maarten General Hospital, medical services, and other important information for the community. Sint Maarten students make history with Economic Research Award. Students from Learning Unlimited Preparatory School have made history by becoming the first school from Sint Maarten to win the Best Economic Research Award presented by the Central Bank of Curaçao and Sint Maarten. The winning team of Kavish Punjabi, Justin Zuo, and Martin Seaman captured the HAVO category with their research paper on tourism, dependence, and economic vulnerability in small island states. The annual competition encourages students from Curaçao and Sint Maarten to research economic issues affecting the monetary union, with this year's entries covering topics such as tourism, housing, digital payments, and sustainable development. The award winners received trophies and cash prizes, while Learning Unlimited also earned a 5,000 Gilda award for the school. A special presentation for the Sint Maarten winners was held at the Central Bank's local office, where the awards were presented by Nicole Marlin, director of the CBCS Sint Maarten office. Children discover the art of living statues. Children in Saba have taken part in a unique cultural experience, learning the art of living statue performance through the 2026 Summer Cultural Exchange Program. Organized by the Funtopia Youth Initiative Foundation in partnership with the Child Focus Foundation, the workshop introduced participants to character development, breathing techniques, facial expression, slow motion movement, and audience engagement. The children also designed and painted their own costumes before presenting their characters in a mini living statue showcase. The sessions were led by Keir Hodge, a longtime Funtopia performer and cultural ambassador who has spent more than a decade promoting the art form across the Dutch Caribbean. Funtopia founder and creative director Lucinda LaRich Ardain said the program is about preserving Caribbean culture by empowering young people to become future performers, mentors, and cultural leaders. The organization says the initiative marks another step in ensuring the tradition of living statue performance continues to grow in Saba, Sint Maarten, and across the kingdom.
Hey there, I'm Venicia Herbert, and welcome to the Community Billboard. This is your space where the people, places, and heartbeat of the Sint Maarten community get to speak for themselves. Whether it's an event worth showing up for, a business worth knowing about, or a cause worth caring about, you'll hear it right here. So, settle in, because what's coming up next just might be exactly what you've been looking for. Welcome to the NEWSDESK Community Billboard.
Heavy sweating, weakness, dizziness, headache, nausea, a fast heartbeat, maybe signs of heat exhaustion. Move the person to a cool or shaded area, loosen clothing, and help them cool down. Confusion, fainting, seizures, or very hot skin may signal heat stroke. Call emergency services immediately. Know the warning signs and act quickly. A message from Collective Prevention Services within the Ministry of Public Health, Social Development, and Labor.
To be part of our mailing list, send an email to newsdesksxm@gmail.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Josiah from the Rice Foundation.
My name is Shiada Bovers.
And we are here for the second annual Back to School drive. And we need your help to make this possible. This year, we're trying to do 100 students with full packages to go back to school for this year. So we need your help with backpacks, school supplies, school shoes, full uniform sets to make this school year start great.
Last year, our aim was for 50 students. Then, with your support, we were able to do 60 plus students. This year, with 100 students, we want to really help these students get prepared for school. So pick a package, sponsor a uniform, buy a backpack, fill in the school supplies. Whatever you can do, we need your support. So come out, contact us on our social media, on our Facebook, our Instagram. Just send us a WhatsApp message or call us at 584-7473 or 523-8421. Reach out, give what you can, and it will make a difference.
And remember, it starts with you.
So we'll be at Carrefour, Road, Castleless, and Super City, July 18th and July 25th, between 11 and 3 p.m. Come out, purchase items in the stores, bring it to us, or just give a donation. Just help us reach our goals of 100 students before the school year starts. Thank you so much.
Let's put everything on the table. People always give their opinion, and you can either take it or crunch it. Let them judge. We give in to the most irresistible flavor. We devour every nugget that falls in our hands, especially when it's our crunchy fried chicken. And let the crumbs fly if needed. Let them keep judging. We'll keep indulging. KFC, it's finger licking good.
You could talk to your family, talk to your friends. Affordability and convenience. Community connection, that makes sense. Reliability with experience. Hey, for every love, every adventure. #1 provider, they got ya. We tell them your data is always on. You can opt out whenever you want. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want the road. Control my data, yeah, yeah, yeah. Always connected every time, everywhere. Money low, but I never fair. I know, tell them it's there. Connectivity, that's what I like. Flexibility, that's what I like. Reliability, that's what I like. Tell them, sign me up for life. Tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Come tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to go. Come tell them we always on. For every moment when you want more. Tell them we always on. Stay connected when you want to road.
Welcome to the BTP Cybercrime Awareness video. What is cybercrime? Cybercrime is any illegal activity that uses computers, smartphones, or the internet to harm people, steal information, or cause damage. Now, how to protect yourself. First, use strong passwords. Also, keep your devices and antivirus software updated. Enable two-factor authentication. Research before sending money. Use trusted platforms. Log out of accounts on shared/public devices. Scan the QR code for more tips. Stay alert. Stay secure.
Before we wrap up, we take a moment each day to check in with our neighbors across the region. There's always a story worth paying attention to. Here's today's regional headline.
The Guyanese community in Sint Maarten mourns MV Barima tragedy. News the Honorary Consul of Guyana in Sint Maarten, Mrs. Kim E. Lucas Felix, has issued a heartfelt message of solidarity following the tragic capsizing of the MV Barima off the coast of Guyana. In a statement released on Wednesday, the Honorary Consul said the Guyanese communities in Sint Maarten and Anguilla are united in grief with their homeland as families mourn the loss of loved ones and search and rescue efforts continue. Lucas Felix extended sincere condolences to the victims' families, describing the tragedy as one that has deeply affected Guyanese living throughout the Caribbean. She also praised the emergency responders, volunteers, and fishermen involved in the ongoing rescue operation and called on the wider Guyanese diaspora to keep the victims, survivors, and their families in their thoughts and prayers. The statement emphasized that although many Guyanese now live abroad, their connection to home remains unbreakable, especially during moments of national tragedy. This is NEWSDESK. A shout out to our viewers in Guyana and to the Guyanese communities across the Caribbean and the wider globe.
Welcome back. Each day, we take a moment to go beyond the headlines and look deeper into the issues, people, and conversations shaping life here on Sint Maarten. Welcome to today's NEWSDESK feature.
This Friday, Sint Maarten commemorates the 100th birthday of the late Dr. Claude Wathey, a political leader remembered by many as the father of modern Sint Maarten. Born Albert Claudius Wathey on July 24, 1926, Wathey is widely isolation and limited opportunity into a tourism-driven economy that became one of the strongest in the region. For many, his legacy is tied to the airport, a harbor, tourism expansion, investment, jobs, and the transformation of Sint Maarten into a destination recognized far beyond the Caribbean. But as the island marks his centennial, the deeper question is not only what Claude Wathey built, it is whether Sint Maarten still has the courage to imagine what does not yet exist. Former Commissioner Renee Richardson, who worked closely with Claude Wathey, said the late leader's vision was matched by action. He recalled Wathey supporting his education, helping him find work, encouraging his involvement in the labor movement, and later bringing him into wider constitutional and political discussions. Richardson said Wathey understood that leadership had to be rooted in people. He compared society to a house, saying that without a strong foundation, the entire structure could collapse. For Wathey, that foundation was the people. That focus was also seen in organized labor. According to Richardson, Wathey helped create the legal framework that allowed workers to formally choose union representation, strengthening the labor movement at a time when major hotels and businesses resisted organized labor. He also recalled Wathey supporting the creation of a permanent home for Waifu, giving the labor movement not only a building, but an identity. For Richardson, the lesson was simple. Vision without action is not leadership. Claude Wathey's public life was not without controversy, and his political career remains part of a complex history. But even critics cannot easily separate modern Sint Maarten from the development choices made during his era. Wathey and Clem LaBega promoted tourism when the industry was nowhere near the global force it is today. They traveled, met investors, and pushed the idea that Sint Maarten could become a competitive destination. Today, many of the opportunities people rely on are connected to that early vision. But the centennial should not only be about memory, it should also be about challenge. Where is today's national vision? What should Sint Maarten look like in 2040? How will the country reduce electricity costs, protect itself from stronger hurricanes, modernize education, prepare young people for artificial intelligence, improve healthcare, strengthen public administration, and build industries beyond tourism? These are not small questions. They are the kind of questions visionary leadership must ask. Modern government must respect transparency, accountability, consultation, and legal oversight. Those are essential. But reports, committees, procedures, and consultants cannot become substitutes for decision making. Leadership is still measured by results. It is measured by the ability to see beyond the next budget, the next crisis, and the next election. That may be the most relevant part of Claude Wathey's legacy today. Not simply nostalgia, not political slogans, but the reminder that Sint Maarten was built by people who dared to imagine a larger future and then worked to make it real. As his family prepares memorial events leading up to his birthday, the centennial offers the country a moment to reflect. The greatest monument to a leader is not only a statue, a street name, or a ceremony. It is a generation inspired to think bigger, act bolder, and build further ahead. If Claude Wathey's centennial pushes Sint Maarten to ask again what kind of country he wants to become, then his vision will continue shaping the island for another 100 years.
That's all the time we have for today's edition of Sint Maarten News Desk. Thank you so much for joining us. Remember, new episodes premiere every weekday at 8 a.m. on TV 15 and across all our social media platforms. From all of us here at News Desk, we wish you a fantastic week ahead. Until next time, stay friendly, Sint Maarten.